Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So things are underway. Now it's Watkins, looking to play him in. Now that's well seen too. Oyarzabal. He's had a shot! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Mikel Oyarzabal is second in the league scoring charts. So, a breakthrough already. This looks promising. Now it's Bolasie. Bolasie ploughing through the middle. Great chance! And for a moment, time stood still. Borussia Dortmund leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Vardiol wins the duel this time. Lindelof cuts it out. Tielemans. Now it's Watkins. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Tielemans. This is good pressing. They're not short on bodies. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And he's picked it up out wide. Pino's cross.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Lindelof.
Aston genuinely seem like a side that's confident with the quality they have out wide. They certainly like their little intricate combinations and link-ups.
Oh, that's him. And the shot! And he hits the net! They are purring, truly purring! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Number 6.
And now he has two. So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach.
Pino! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. The crowd demanded, and he was thrilled to oblige. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Oh, that's fabulous. Can he latch on to this? And it's Caicedo. McGinn. Borussia Dortmund have hit a quick-fire double here. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And he's managed to get free. Can he finish? And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Borussia Dortmund with the corner. They're first. Delivers the ball. Aubameyang! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Konsa to McGinn. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Konsa, and it's Tielemans. Thinks about the shot. Ball in towards Aubameyang! Read the delivery beautifully, but got the finish all wrong. Ball's gone out of play. And they've switched it over to the other side.
That's a great ball cross-field.
And here's Pino. Takes aim and crosses. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Chance, surely! It goes to show he is human after all.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Madsen. Borussia Dortmund looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Big chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. And the counter is on. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And he's running through. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Watkins couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Rodgers and Madsen. That's Tielemans.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Rodgers. And that's a throw-in. Out again for a throw-in. Rodgers bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Oyarzabal. Looking for options for movement. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Borussia Dortmund looking like the only team in this. They lead by 3. So we're underway for the second half. Has a look and plays it forward. Shifted it to the flank. Balasik in acres of space out wide. Oh, good! Against the crossbar! He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss.
Well, at least he was in the right position and he reacted quickly enough. The manager will like that.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Borussia Dortmund different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Now that looks a decent ball. Pino gets a foot in here. Konsa did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And it's made its way to him. Borussia Dortmund can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And this is Barkley. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
He came in hard, very hard. Aimed beyond the defence. Jeremy Pino. So we've reached the hour mark.
Match was 29,514.
And here's Oyarzabal. Oh, no joy this time. Borussia Dortmund are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was... Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that's a waste.
Substitution on the field. Number 6.
So time for change.
Barkley.
And this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Now it's Oyarzabal. Oh, this is a great position. Tielemans. Now it's Watkins. It's a really well-measured ball. And he's being shifted off it. And it's Pino. Knocks it into space. That is ended up in no man's land. McGinn. That's Buendia. McGinn. Watkins. Spread it left. That is good alertness. Pass somewhat off target. Looking for the run. That's been slipped through. Oh, important interception.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Oyarzabal. Now, what about a counter-attack? Rodgers pinches it off him. And here's Watkins. Oh, that's a key interception. Tries to play it through. Konsa gets across to intercept that. Madsen. Great vision.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. That's just playing it safe and simple.
That has not gone well. And he's gone looking for safety. Ahead by 3, but they won't want to take their foot off the pedal. Cash. Just 5 minutes remaining now. No way through there. And he can thump it away. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. And it's Mings. And he's got the beating of his man. And the shot! And it's come back out to him. Well, that is remarkable.
Substitution on the field. Number 2.
So changes afoot here, and from
Number
both
22,
sides.
Watson. Coming on the field, number 16. Number 12.
That's
Digne.
McGinn. Shin to
Substitution in
shin,
progress.
bicep to
There will
bicep,
be
and he
1
wins
minute
out.
added time.
Quality ball. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Ronaldo. Goes for a shot! And there's a goal! Just cruising! They are cruising! They forced the error and extracted the... So that's it. It is all over. Borussia Dortmund have done it. They've achieved what they came for. Maximum points, the perfect outcome. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us
Unlucky
tonight.
lads.
A very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. We're up and running then. This, the game that marks the halfway point. And here's Aubameyang. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That is good alertness. Joelinton! No, not quite.
Joelinton probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
It's little surprise, Peter, that this fella Tonali gets compared to some real legends of the game. The style of play, even his appearance. Yes, he'll be the one expected to take up a deeper role and play make from back there, but I see him as having a lot more than that in his game. His positioning is key. He reads the game particularly well. He's headed for stardom.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Bruno Guimaraes. And it's Joelinton. No, that's been intercepted. And he thumps it clear. Borussia Dortmund still without a single shot on target. Space for him to turn and look. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. He's a sharp little ball here. Murphy, he has found the way through. And he's picked it up out wide. Guardiola takes a shot! It's there! That was easy, almost too easy.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Newcastle have fired themselves in front.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10...
Real chance! And no mistake. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Newcastle are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in. Borussia Dortmund really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Paul picks it up now. Oh, that's nice. He is through here.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly.
Oh, he's caught him in or out. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Oh, brilliant stop from Courtois. He has missed it.
Not the best spot kick I've ever seen, but they've got to keep their heads up and chase this game.
Hall with the short one. Impressive jump. And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Son Heung-min receives it in a wide position. Oyarzabal. Chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, and again! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Tonali changes him with that pass. And here's Oyarzabal. Oh, well played.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's managed to get free. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Newcastle have it back and can go again. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Oyarzabal. Wriggles his way through. Now this could be a chance. Oh, good spread. Pass somewhat off target. Osula is onto this. He's on it. Tries a shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Jacob Murphy has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Caicedo.
Has been indicated.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
And the boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those 2 goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game. And it's easier said than done, as we know.
That just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. Borussia Dortmund are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 8, Son Heung-min. Number 18, Phil Foden. Coming on the field, number 13, Hazard. Number 11, Messi. Substitution for Borussia Dortmund, number 17.
So let's get the ball rolling.
On the field is
I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment.
And a chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Asula actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And now they can spring out of defence. Thinks about the shot.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. He's got away. And it's Messi. That's good play. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And he's been shifted off it.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Looking to play him in. Knocks it into space. And he's in on goal. And Aubameyang! Quality ball. Linton. Vardiol cuts it out. The message is clear. None shall pass. Well read. Nice interception. Caicedo. That's a shade optimistic. Borussia Dortmund are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Jacob Murphy. Couldn't squeeze it through. And here's Aubameyang.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Now, can they get him away? It's a pretty loose pass. Vardiol. So what can they make of this? Bruno Guimaraes. It's played through for him. This looks promising. The cross getting up there. Not a bad try by any means.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Mikel Oyarzabal. Number
Martinez.
4, Caicedo.
Tonali.
On the field, number
Risa.
20, Cristiano
Quick look,
Ronaldo.
thought about cutting inside.
Number 9,
He's found a way
Mohamed
through.
Salah. Substitution in progress.
Mohamed Salah. That's a good ball out wide. And that's an excellent interception. That's going to go a long way. Just about up to 75 minutes. Looking for options for movement. Hall. And it's Tonali. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And he's going to be disappointed with that. And the through ball. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And this is Ronaldo. Now it's Hazard. Oh, that's neat. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And it's Alexander-Arnold.
Borussia Dortmund are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence.
Wissa! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
You could tell he wanted that too.
Substitution
Still,
taking
at
place.
least he can smile about it, seeing as they're a couple of goals up.
Bruno Guimaraes. Trippier. Passing is crisp and sharp. Bruno Guimaraes is in the top 10 when it comes to assists this season. Well timed, excellent interception. And they can counter here. That has been cut short. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Linton. And it's gone back to the keeper. Martinez. That's that, the end. So it's a quick trip back to the drawing board, and looking at the manager's face, his plan clearly failed to materialise as... So hello and welcome one and all from what I can only describe as footballing utopia. The weather is perfect, the fans are in great voice, and the players are all set to get started. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're very much on the way now. Into the second half of the season. Spread it left. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Bolassi. That's going wide left. And it's played in. Defending of the desperate variety. Decent chance!
Well, Peter, there's a player out there who'll have more touches than anyone else, I'd expect, and it's Deco. A man who wants to be at the hub of every move his team makes, and it's not all about him either.
Bolassi! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Clark. Well, it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
And it's Bolassi. And that's going right the way across. Now it's Pino. Camavinga with the cross. And the finish! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And it's Borussia Dortmund who take the lead. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Aubameyang, he is right up in the top 10 scorers in the league. Borussia Dortmund have taken the lead.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Guardiola gets across to intercept that. And he's straight offside. Oh, that's a key interception. Kipre. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. McAteer. He's shifting through the gears here. Not a hint of offside here. Oh, good effort. That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
McAteer. No, that's been intercepted. Can he get on the end of this? He's gone forward. Knocks it into space. Clark. Kipre. And Matusiwa. Taylor. Lisandro Martinez does well to get it back. And it's McAteer. Good take, and is he in? It's anyone's ball now. He's in a great position here. He's rising! And he's stuck it away. They have come roaring back.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Goes for a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Lisandro Martinez goes short. And it's claimed by the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Spread to the right. Pino providing an outlet on that flank. That's a decent clearance. Oyarzabal! And that is wildly off target.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Clark. Oh, no joy this time. That's the end of the first 45. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square.
Everyone, please.
So there was the first half.
Well, I think it's been a fantastic watch, with chances created at either end. But it has to be said, neither team have been particularly clinical with their finishing.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. Chance for a shot! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And again they hit the front. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Mikel Oyarzabal is second in the league scoring charts. Borussia Dortmund with the lead. Now it's Aubameyang. Balassi. Balassi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And now the breakaway. Now it's Aubameyang. Oh, cracking ball. Can he finish? And it's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Kipre. That's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Aubameyang.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
He leaps for it! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Mikel Oyarzabal under intense pressure.
Yeah, they're certainly getting much tighter to him now. At least the message was received.
And here's Aubameyang. And this is Deco. He's had a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. It had to come. It just had to come. He had to have his say. Any deeper thoughts about that goal?
Oh, I love the technique in that finish. There was a concentration to keep it down.
Substitution.
Borussia Dortmund can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Borussia Dortmund, palpably stronger, better, superior.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Lovely pass, but can he get... Great chance! Has another go! And he hits the net! His utter joy! He engages with absolute happiness. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
The attendance for this match was 29,830.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Borussia Dortmund are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
McAteer. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Under an awful lot of pressure. Borussia Dortmund can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Taylor. Matosiwa. Some front-footed pressing going on here. And he's managed to get free. Foden. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Son Heung-min. And the shot! Well taken goal. It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
After 72 minutes.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Son Heung-min. Substitution on the field. Number 47. Coming on to replace him is number 3.
This is a gloriously greedy performance.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Kipre. Now who's going to be first to this? Oh, it's a great ball here. He's having a shot! He's got a goal! And this is getting ridiculous, borderline crazy.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
After 76 minutes
Ipswich is making further changes here, and in quick succession.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy. I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Oh, great leap! No joy, but a decent try. Borussia Dortmund have their second corner now. Lisandro Martinez plays it short. Borussia Dortmund awarded another corner. Borussia Dortmund have their third corner. He's on it, can he get away? Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Alexander-Arnold. McAteer tries to clear. Borussia Dortmund get their fourth corner. And it's been taken short. That is headed for towering header! And it's headed over.
That was really good pressure. They did enough to put him off in the end.
Substitution on the field. Number 24.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Just eases him off the ball. Now it's Aubameyang. 5 minutes left on the clock. Matusiwa. Tries to pass it through. And he welcomes it in. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Six added minutes has been
Pretty loose
indicated.
pass. Foden. And here's Son Heung-min. This looks promising. Shoots!
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Lisandro Martinez with the short one. Takes aim. Oh, Aubameyang! And it's come back out to him. It's a loose ball. Akpom. It's run loose here. And it's Matusiwa. Lisandro Martinez gets a foot in here. And here's Neymar. Aubameyang. Akpom. And there goes the final whistle. Borussia Dortmund win it. And it's a big win, and they can look back on a job well done. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined.
Welcome one and all. We have perfect blue skies and quite a contest ahead of us. This really is a feel-good football match. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are...
He's having a shot! And again! Oh, crossbar!
No, just not quite.
Jorginho could easily have kept that down. He shouldn't have brought the crossbar into play.
That's a sharp pass. Good ball, good take. Jorginho's cross. Bullish header! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
And it's Jorginho. It's a good surge, he's making up the left-hand side. Now it's a... Aubameyang! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Aubameyang, he is right up in the top 10 scorers in the league. So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Quick look. Castellanos! Oh, crossbar! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Borussia Dortmund leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Now it's Aubameyang. Played out to the left flank. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that...
And Aubameyang! Goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
The goal for Borussia Dortmund after 16 minutes is number 10, Pierre-Emerick.
Borussia Dortmund are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Oyarzabal. And here's Aubameyang. Shifted it to the flank. That's where it came from. Wan-Bissaka.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Cross to the back post. Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Looking for options for movement. Now it's Castellanos. Jorginho is one whose deliveries we all know about. Now it's Pino. Pino! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Borussia Dortmund are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Aubameyang is onto this. And it's with the keeper. Martinez. Van Dijk. Martinez. Van Dijk. Chooses to go cross-field.
Well spotted.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And it's Bowen. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Borussia Dortmund heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Castellanos. Lisandro Martinez wins the duel this time. Dani Olmo. Jeremy Pino. Driving. Great chance! Well taken goal. And they're threatening to fly away here. This is a gloriously greedy performance. Wan-Bissaka. And it's Camavinga. That's destined for the flank. Ball swung in.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Souček. Now it's Castellanos. And the counter is on. Oyarzabal.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's made its way to him. Bowen. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them.
Borussia Dortmund really are in control here. They've done exactly what they set out to do. There's a genuine flow about their football, and some of the stuff they've played so far has been great on the eye.
Borussia Dortmund are looking awesome. Going into half-time with a lead then that is surely insurmountable.
First half is up and things are looking good. Let's hope for another good show in the second half. Everyone, please welcome to the field our players. Substitution for Borussia Dortmund.
The second period is on the way.
Eduardo Camavinga. Number 17. Number 6.
Borussia Dortmund come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Oh, that's a key interception.
Number 21.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Just eases him off the ball. Nicely shaped ball. Oh, beautifully shaped ball. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. That's gone route one. Caicedo. And it's Pino. Now it's Aubameyang. Look at the space here. It's Neymar! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh no, what has happened here? Header! And he hits the net! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Borussia Dortmund are having a ball here. He's going to be disappointed with that.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Neymar has the space to scheme. This looks promising. Now this could be a chance. Bowen. And this is Neymar. Disasi deals with that comfortably. And he's only too happy to take that back. Nice interception, well timed. Borussia Dortmund perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And this is Neymar. Aubameyang. Aubameyang! And that's a tiny finish. And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Shoots! Oh, he's hit the bar! And yes, it's there! He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
West Ham get their goal. A bit of respectability restored. It's a pretty loose pass. Jeremy Pino looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, they're certainly getting much tighter to him now. At least the message was received.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Van Dijk. Big chance! And he's missed it.
Oh, such good technique as well. That was exquisite. It's a real shame he couldn't find a finish after that.
Borussia Dortmund making further changes here, and in quick succession. He got amongst the goals here, and now he takes his leave.
He's sharing a smile or two as he's leaving the pitch, Peter. I think his contribution is widely appreciated.
He's a sharp little ball here. Tries to play it through. Crosses it in here. And that's the keeper's ball. Now that looks a decent ball. Somerville towering forward here. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, he really got hold of that.
Borussia Dortmund certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Van Dijk threads one in. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Cristiano Ronaldo! And it's in! And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. He's on it, can he get away? Incoming delivery. In again. Can he finish? That has ended up in no man's land. Quality ball. And now the breakaway. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Now it's Bowen. No, not quite on the same wave. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, good finish. They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Number 20, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Caicedo.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh, good spread.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well read, nice interception.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Has been indicated.
Castellanos gets flagged offside. It's just beyond his reach. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that's a... goes for a shot! And that's a good finish. How many, just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
Number 20.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
Substitution in progress.
And here's Foden. Oh, well played, well played. That's that, the end. Borussia Dortmund win it. And it's a big win, and they can look back on a job well done. Cristiano Ronaldo, hat-trick scorer, massive game from him today. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up.
So hello and welcome one and all from what I can only describe as footballing utopia. The weather is perfect, the fans are in great voice, and the players are all set to get started. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted.
And the keeper's given it away. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. The peerless Didier Drogba, just a standout hero to so many.
One of Africa's finest and a huge reputation for being a big game player.
Big games, 9 goals in 9 cup finals during his time in London. Big chance! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. Well, that looks a decent ball. That looks a good ball through. Oh, brilliant save under real pressure. Aubameyang was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Pino. He's looking wide. Serginho. Flings in across. And it's been shipped out wide. And this is Drogba. Oh, well played, well sorted out. That has ended up in no man's land. Yeah, he's fouled him there. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Borussia Dortmund leading here thanks to that early goal. Oh, shooting chance! Off the post! Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. And that's going to be a booking.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Oh, brilliant stop from Courtois! Oh, he's missed it.
It really wasn't a confident penalty, Peter. It was almost like he was trying too hard to second-guess what the keeper was trying to do.
They've played it short. He slings terrific effort. And now they can spring out of defence. Great vision. Pass somewhat off target. The ball has bounced loose now. He's shifting through the gears here. Nice control. That's put paid to the danger. Norwich have reclaimed it. Pino did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Tries to play it through. Now it's Drogba. Can he get it through? Good take, and is he... And the shot! Well taken goal. And this is getting better and better. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
Aubameyang is amongst the league's... Drogba! And it's there! And they're threatening to fly away here. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Borussia Dortmund find a position of real strength now.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Now it's Aubameyang. Now there's a fine ball. Takes a shot! And he hits the net. And with that, he takes home the match ball. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Borussia Dortmund are having a ball here.
And things are much healthier.
It's Drogba! Oh, what a big quick through. And the shot! He's put his foot right through that one.
A message to the wise, it's probably better to try and get him behind that defence than try that over and over.
Great defending, strong and determined. Borussia Dortmund heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Camavinga producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Now it's Drogba. Jeremy Pino. Well, that has not gone well. That has been slung wide. In with the challenge. He's had it taken off him.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he's picked it up out wide.
Minutes added time.
Oh, what a ball! And the finish! And that's a good finish. And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Borussia Dortmund are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a lot. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Borussia Dortmund have done well to this point. At times I find myself struggling to work out just who's down to 10. That's testament to how adaptable they've been. I think if they can keep playing like this, Peter, it might just hold out.
Borussia Dortmund are dishing out a mauling here then. It's only half-time, but the game looks sewn up already.
Everyone, please welcome the two sides. Substitutions taking place.
So we're underway for the second half. Oh, Red, nice interception. McLean, not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Oh, easy pickings there. Oh, that's a key interception. McLean, time and again they are repelled. Now it's Neymar. Oh, a delicate chip through. Drogba's cross. Can he finish? In he goes again! And he's stuck it away. How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
After 52 minutes is...
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Stacey.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Not the most accurate pass. Well, that pass isn't the best.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
And the through ball. And he's there to retrieve it. Neymar. Pass is just off target. He has found the way through. Now this could be a chance. Aimed beyond the defence. Distributed tidily. Drogba being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Oh, look, Peter, this has been a textbook illustration of how not to defend, and finally they've decided to single him out.
Can he get on the end of this? Well, they've got it again. That's going to go a long way. Looking for options for movement. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. And this is Drogba. Now he's running away. Drogba! And he's missed it.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Is number 10.
And now they can clear their lines. It's a pretty loose pass. Lisandro Martinez gets across to intercept that. And this is Son Heung-min. The referee's awarded a free kick.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
This is Berisha. He's gone for the shots. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Lisandro Martinez plays it short. And the keeper's there to save. Oh, denied at the last.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Number 8.
Corner number 2 then.
Coming on the field, number 11, number 16.
And it's been taken short. Cross into the... There's the header! And it's in! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
After 73 minutes is number 8, Son Heung-min.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. No, that's been intercepted. This looks promising. That's a lovely, neat pass. Threads one in. Chance! So, third corner of the game. Lisandro Martinez goes short. And it's going to be another one. Borussia Dortmund get their fourth corner. Now it's Drogba. And that is headed for the middle. And a header! And there's a goal! And he's got what he came for, his 20th goal.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Goal scorer for Borussia Dortmund.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Eduardo Camavinga.
Now it's Drogba. He's shot a goal! He's put it wide.
Yeah, that was a fantastic run, and it showed how brilliantly energetic he is.
That has not gone well. He's had a shot! And that's past the post.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Marcondes. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Now it's Drogba. So what can they make of this? Tries to pass it through. It's a promising position. And he's quick to snatch it back. And he's in on goal. Goes for a shot! Oh, good finish. And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
How many? Just how many? And this is Drogba. And this is Neymar. It's Neymar! And that has faded wide.
Six added minutes has been indicated.
Marcondes. And here's Neymar. And he's there to belt it away. And he's had it nicked away. Right. Now it's Neymar. Now this could be a chance. Tries a shot! And yes, it's there! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
McLean. And that is as far as it goes. Borussia Dortmund have done it. Happy in the knowledge that they've taken maximum points. Mission accomplished. Drogba, totally unstoppable today. Everything he touched turned to goals. Borussia Dortmund.
you